we come in, or should we wait for instructions?
I'm not sure what's going on. I'm just
go ahead and start.
thinking there might be a verdict. So I thought I'd go live.
And then the same time they had this note, we were wondering if everyone is in the courtroom waiting. How long after we have disclosed that we reached a verdict do we actually enter the courtroom, like in minutes? And I responded, please do not concern yourself with this. It should not play any part in your deliberations. I did speak with both sides before providing that response, and it was agreeable to both the people and defense.
A few jury questions came in. I'm not sure what exactly is going on. Sorry.
With that, is there anything further before I have them come in and read that deadlock jury instruction for the people?
Oh, they're going to give them an Albert instruction. Okay.
We understand the reasons for the courts giving the
jury is deadlocked.
The jury to keep on deliberating. We do object for the record, and we ask for this trial because we've already asked for this trial in the past.
Okay.
The court, as they said, it is locked or deadlocked, should declare this trial. Thank you.
Okay. And I'm going to deny that at this point. This happens pretty frequently. At least from my standpoint, my experience. So I'm going to give them this instruction, allow them to continue to deliberate. Typically, if they come back after this, sometimes they're able to reach a verdict, sometimes not. So I'm going to give them this instruction, deny a motion for a mistrial at this juncture. They've only been deliberating for, let's see, how many hours? I have to do math. So
hey,
I believe they started at 1:45 yesterday. So, and it's 3:00. So they really haven't been deliberating that extended period of time. So given all of that, I do intend and will give them this instruction. I'll have them come in and deliberate.
And deliberate? They're not going to come in and deliberate. Okay. So what's going on is the jury apparently has reported that they're deadlocked. And the judge is bringing them in to give them a final instruction. Like, you guys need to go back and figure this out. Otherwise, she's going to declare a mistrial. So that's what is happening. I wasn't sure what exactly was going on, but I saw the cameras go to the bench, and I was like, oh, we need to get in here. So I am live for that, even though I don't think there's a verdict. What I'm going to do is set up another stream for later. And if this ends up being nothing, then I will direct you all to part 2 jury or verdict watch. And getting that set up now. But hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. I've been watching this all day. I've been keeping track of the jury's deliberations through a Facebook group. And so right now, the judge is bringing the jury in to give them final instructions. Apparently they are deadlocked. They did have some questions earlier today about do we report to you where our voting is, and can we continue deliberating tomorrow, and things like that. Yeah, pretty much. It's an Allen charge. Although we don't really call it an Allen charge. I've never heard that term before in Michigan. So they've been deliberating for about 10 hours. They did 4 hours yesterday, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Welcome back, and you may be seated.
Maybe 7 hours total.
It's my understanding, jurors, that you have returned from deliberations indicating that you believe you cannot reach a verdict. I'm going to ask you to please return to the jury room and resume your deliberations in the hope that after further discussion, you will be able to reach a verdict. As you deliberate, please keep in mind the guidelines I gave you earlier. Remember, it is your duty to consult with your fellow jurors and try to reach agreement, if you can do so, without violating your own judgment. To return a verdict, you must all agree, and the verdict must represent the judgment of each of you. As you deliberate, you should carefully and seriously consider the views of your fellow jurors. Talk things over in a spirit of fairness and frankness. Naturally, there will be differences of opinion. You should each not only express your opinion, but also give the facts and the reasons on which you base it. By reasoning the matter out, jurors can often reach agreement. If you think it would be helpful, you may submit to my clerk a written list of the issues that are dividing or confusing you. It will then be submitted to me. I will attempt to clarify or amplify the instructions in order to assist you in your further deliberations. When you continue your deliberations, do not hesitate to rethink your own views and change your opinion if you decide it was wrong. However, none of you should give up your honest beliefs about the weight or effect of the evidence only because of what your fellow jurors think or only for the sake of reaching agreement. So at this time, I'm going to have my clerk come around and take you back to the jury room, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
You know, that's a good question. I don't know. And for those of you who are just coming in, the jury is deadlocked. They've reported to the judge, and the judge just gave the jury final instructions and going to send them back. The judge made a comment about they haven't been deliberating that long. They deliberated for about 4 hours yesterday, and they've been in since about 8:30 today. It's now 3:14, so it really hasn't been that long. But judge is sending them back and giving them final instructions. So she's going to have them deliberate probably to the end of the day, maybe another 2 hours. And if they don't reach a deadlock, or I mean, if they don't breach the deadlock, I'm not sure what she's going to do.
I'm going to give them a copy of the instruction that I just read. And if there's nothing further, we'll be in recess again.
Well, in 2 hours, she's got to bring them back in to discharge them for the day. So at the very least, she's got to see him in another 2 hours. I don't care about you. So, all right. So that's where we are. The jury is deadlocked. What could the holdout be? I don't know. It could be all of them, 11 are guilty and there's one strong holdout for not guilty. I have no idea. This is why the added manslaughter charge is so dangerous, right? Because with those instructions that we just saw, that's going to give the jury a compromise vote, and that compromise vote could very easily be the result of this, the manslaughter charge. However, in this particular case, I don't know. People are so strongly one way or the other, like he's clearly guilty or he's clearly not guilty. Will they compromise? I don't know, and that's why juries are so fickle and hard to read. I have no idea. She said, "Hopefully, see you soon." Okay. So maybe she's being optimistic about their ability to break the deadlock and come to a decision. So that's where we are. I've set up another live stream for Jury Watch or Verdict Watch Part 2, and we'll go down and we'll go from there. But I've been monitoring it, and I just so you all know, I'm here. I'm watching. If we get a verdict or something else stirs, if there's a jury question or a mistrial or whatever it might be, we will be coming at you live before anybody else. So stick around. Hit that like button, hit the notification button, subscribe even if you will. And also over to Nick's, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys maybe in an hour or two. All right, take care.
Two screens light up justice calling. From sweet and cold and Great Lakes falling. Educating fools, real talk streaming. Truth and laughter, crime redeeming.